destination for sports guys. With a website for sports guys. FoxSportsPueblo.com.
Back to the Thunderbolts pregame show, the first pregame show of the year with Ralph Turner. You're 8 games in, Ralph. I think the team's kind of turned the corner, looking pretty good right now.
Well, I'm excited about tonight's game, playing against one of the undefeated teams in the conference. They're number one in defense, and it'll be a great challenge. But I love my team, and I love my kids, and we've really had a great start to the season.
Well, it's almost got to feel like another road game. I mean, you played in a different gym every night this whole season. Here in another different gym. It happens to be here on the Csu-Pueblo campus, but it's hard to get used to playing a home game, I suppose, right now.
Well, I think we played 7 of our first 8 on the road against some really great teams. I think the teams we've lost to right now, their combined record is 27-6. I was looking that up the other day, but it'll be great to be home. Last time we were here, we had a good win over UCCS, and we're excited about playing Westminster.
Well, your team, if anything, it is battle-tested. You've been in a number of close games right down to the wire. That's as far as preparation for a long, tough season. It has been as good as you could get.
Well, I would have preferred to be 8-0 and have won all the close games, but I think we've learned and we've gotten better. But my favorite team to coach, they're so coachable. They work really hard. They're good kids. And I used to say this to teams, and it's hard for them to understand, but I'd rather lose with kids I love than win with kids that I don't like. But I told them my real preference would be to win with the kids I love, so let's do some winning.
Well, one thing you got to be happy about in your last outing against Highlands, kind of followed a lot of the same script your team has this year, get a big lead, then teams kind of reeling you in. This time you kind of stepped on their throat in the last 10 minutes.
Well, first thing is Highlands is having a tough year. They're very, very talented, but I'm not sure what their team's like, honestly. But I was happy with our win at Adams. That was a game that we could have had the same recipe with a big lead and dwindled lead, and we gave up the lead late, but then fought back to take the lead at the end, and that was a great win because Adams is, I think they're 2-1 in the league, and the only loss they have is to us. So it's going to be a good challenge. But I'm happy with where we are about as far as mentally. I think our kids are focused. I think they're excited about playing. We're excited about being home for the next 3 games before Christmas, and they've really been working hard. So I'm looking forward to watching them play tonight.
Now, before we focus on tonight's opponent, Westminster, let's talk a little bit about the conference. Looks like it's as wide open as it's ever been. As the top 8 teams got a real shot at this thing, I think. Well,
first thing is I don't even know if we've determined what the top 8 teams are in the league. We've got some teams that were preseason picked, and they're 1-8 and 2-7, and it's just going to be a sort of a proving stage right now. I think we get through maybe get to January, we'll have a feel for how teams are going and who's playing well. It looks like to me on any given night anybody can beat anybody, and we haven't seen who's going to be mentally tough in those games. Fort Lewis won 28 games last year. That's hard to get away from, and hard to those kids have a sense of winning. Metro plays there. I think after playing 3 games away, they played their next 9 of 11 at home, so you get a good sense of how good you can be playing at home, but it doesn't necessarily tell you about how good they'll be on the road. There's just a lot of questions in our league, but I think there's a lot of really talented players, and I think the coaching is an all-time high on the men's side. We added Houston Reed, who's an exceptional coach to our league up at Chadron, and Bobby Petrak was added last year. I think our coaching in the league is the best it's been since I've been here, and so every night you expect a battle.
Well, let's look at tonight's opponent, Westminster. This may be one of those clubs we're looking at the end. They're kind of built to really grind out victories. They seem to be pretty tough right now, especially on the defensive end.
Well, first thing, let's talk about Westminster, Utah, mostly Mormon kids. They're mostly older, so it gives you a little maturity level. But tonight's a classic battle of the best defensive team in the league against one of the best offensive teams in the league. Though we have been playing defense better the last few games, I think our kids are playing hard. We did a great job keeping Highland off the glass, but this will be a great matchup, a great test for our kids, because we've played a lot of different styles. We played the Lone Star teams that they play a different style than the RMAC teams, and so this will be a great matchup. matchup for us. But they are well coached. They're disciplined. They got a lot of guys back from last year, and they whooped us pretty good last year up at Westminster. We didn't get a chance to play them here, but we're expecting this to be a tough game.
Well, you mentioned the stat that flies out at you. They hold you down in the 30s shooting the ball. You guys are shooting over 50%. So I don't know what you preach to your kids. Hey, they're good on defense. You just keep grinding away in this ball. You got to be able to grind in a game like this, don't you?
Well, it's an interesting thing in football so much. It's teams that when they play for championships, it's a team that's built on defense that wins. In basketball so much, it's the opposite. It's the teams who can score because in the end, you got to be able to put baskets in to have a chance to win. So I'll just be excited to see how our kids play against a really tough team. I think we're pretty good offensively. We've got to get better defensively, but we've been doing that in phases. We held Fort Lewis to 31 points in the first half before we gave up 58 in the second. New Mexico Highlands got 20 offensive rebounds against Fort Lewis. They got 8 against us. I think our guys are coming together. They just got a real love for each other, and I think it's going to have a chance to be a special season.
All right, let's go get a win.
Thank you, Jimbo.
All right, Thunderbolts head coach Ralph Turner back with the starting lineups. Opening tip-off all comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo. Bit of a curve here as we're going to have a little extra going on here before we get tonight's game started. So we'll go ahead and just keep it right here until we get the start of the game, honoring one of the corporate stars here tonight. I didn't get that memo.
The special recognition award for their outstanding support of the Thunderbolts. Once again, thank you, Chad, and Four Rivers Equipment for your
That's Four Rivers Equipment. That's Chad. One of the corporate sponsors here of Thunderbolts basketball. Now we'll go ahead and join our Star Spangled Banner for one of the rare occasions here on Fox Sports Pueblo. Here's our national anthem. National anthem. Let's go to Dave Miller for tonight's starting lineups.
And now let's meet the starting lineups. First, the starters for the Griffins. A 6'2" senior from Oakland, California. Number 2, Zarian Payton. A 6'4" senior from Morgan, Utah. Number 3, Casey Evans. A 6'8" junior from Salt Lake City, Utah. Number 5, Dayon Goodman. A 6'2" junior from Anchorage, Alaska. Number 12, Jared Laws. And a 6'10" senior from Magna, Utah. Number 41, Marcus Bryce. Head coach of the Griffins, Norm Parrish. And now, the starting lineup for your Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves. A 6'2" junior from Lawndale, California. Number 1, Will Newman. A 6'3" senior from Maryville, Indiana. Number 23, Rika Spy. A 6'9" senior from Nooseheads, Australia. Number 24, Nelson Kohler. A 6'5" junior from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Number 15, Josh Smith. And a 6'1" sophomore from Lyman, Colorado. Number 12, Gavin Liggett. assistant coach Jed Canavel, and head coach of the Thunderwolves, Rob Turner.
And we thank Dave Miller for giving the starting lineups each and every home game. We're here at Massari Arena. Just started on a good note. Thunderwolves in their home white, red numerals, blue trim. Griffins in their road, purple, white numerals, a little bit of gold trim sprinkled in there. Thunderwolves will move it left to right as we sit courtside here at Massari Arena. We sit on Dave Socher press row. And as we always say, we have the high honor of doing so. And we say hi to Dave each and every broadcast. He tunes in a lot. Jumping center here, it'll be Marcus Bryce. He's a big one, 6'10", kind of long and lanky. He'll go up against Kaler. Nelson, 6'8" junior out of Nooseheads, Australia. Hello, Australia. Welcome to the broadcast here on the World Wide Web, here on the Stretch Internet feed on GoThunderwolves.com. Welcome all of our viewers back in Salt Lake as well, and all of our listeners right here on the iHeartRadio application on Fox Sports Pueblo. Griffins control the tap. They move it right to left as we look at it here. Here's Goodman out on the top of the key. Goes on the left side to Peyton. Down on the baseline to Bryce. He'll fire up a 10-footer. It's good. So a quick start for the Griffins. They lead it 2-0. Here's Newman. Goes cross court. Smith fakes the three. Won't take it. Jumps it across now to Liggett. Liggett had 9 3-pointers in a game this year against Texas A&M Commerce. He can light it up if you give him an opening. Kills the dribbler. He's in a bit of the trouble. Now he gets it to Smith. Now to Newman. 10 on the shot clock. Now Newman will go a little one-on-one. Into the paint. Stops. Can't get the shot off. Hands it off to Liggett. Fakes now. Fires from 3. It's good. Gavin Liggett from downtown as the shot clock expires and the Thunderwolves lead it 3-2. Ball on top to Goodman. On to the right side to Peyton. Peyton holds it there. Now gives it off to Evans. Evans bounces to the high post to Goodman. Turns, faces, gives it off. Here's a little jumper again by Marcus Bryce, and he has 4. 4-3. Griffins on top. Here's Newman bringing it across the timeline on the right wing. Lobs it down low to Kaler. Has the ball knocked free. Comes right to Spikes, though. In on the block, and he lays it in. Rico Spikes makes it 5-4. Thunderwolves by 1. Here's Zarian Payton with the ball. Goes on to the left side to Laws. Back to Payton. Payton directing traffic. Skips it left side to Evans. Evans starts a drive. Cut off there by Smith, and they lob it way outside to Payton. They'll reset with 11 on the shot clock. Works around the screen. Into the paint. Goes up and under. Spins it up. No good. Rebound goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Griffins. It'll be Thunderwolves basketball. Rico spikes to triggered in the backcourt. Gets it into Newman. And now we'll bring it across the timeline for the Thunderwolves. Dribbles to the right wing. Look down low. They skip it left side to Spikes. Now down low to Kaler. Goes in with a little right-hand finger roll. No good. Tap try. No good by Spikes. And the rebound on the baseline to Goodman. Goodman fires it ahead to Payton. Payton on the right wing now stops, and he'll back out of there with it. Now skips it into the corner. With the ball there, it's Laws down on the block to Goodman. Backs his way in on Spikes and spins it in and out and in again. 6-5. Thunderwolves down by 1. Top Spikes with it. Directing traffic. Now he'll dribble to the left wing. Trying to find Nelson Kaler down on the block. Can't get it to him. Now he comes outside instead. Now hands it off to Newman. Newman works around the screen. He's bumped. Goes up and under. Spins it up and in. Nice move by Will Newman. Makes it 7-6. Thunderwolves on top. So we've had 5 lead changes already here in the early going. That's going to be an offensive foul. Oh, my goodness gracious. They're going to call the foul on Spikes as Goodman shoved him right in the chest.
You're letting him push my post guy all over, and that's a foul.
Unbelievable. I mean, Spikes took a two-hander to the chest there. And now they're going to warn the coach for blowing the call. Give that guy some help, will you? Unbelievable. Here's Evans to inbound the ball. Inbounds ball comes to Payton. Payton on the right wing comes up top with it to Laws. Now hand the ball off to Goodman. Give it off to Evans. Working on the right wing, starts to drive to the baseline. Laws has the ball kicked away out of bounds. It'll be a kick violation. That'll reset the shot clock from 14 to 15. Ralph Turner is already irate in this ball game. It may be a long night. Here's a ball down on the block. Backing his way in is Goodman. He has the ball knocked away and stolen by Smith. Gets it to Newman. 3-on-2 break if they hurry. Smith on the left wing. Stops and pops for three. Off the back iron. Long rebound. Spikes has it. Gives it into the corner. Newman. He'll fire the three. It's good. Will Newman from downtown has 5. And the Thunderwolves lead it 10-6. Ball on the left side. Here is Laws. Laws way outside. Goes onto the right wing. Drive of the baseline. Nice move here by Evans. He's in and he hits. Casey Evans with his first bucket of the game. 10-8. Thunderwolves lead it by 2. Here's Newman bringing it across the timeline. Onto the right wing. Lobs it left side to Smith. He's open. 3 ball on the way. It's good, but a whistle and a foul before the shot. And the foul is called on Marcus Bryce. His first. So it'll be Thunderwolves ball on the baseline. Liggett will trigger it in. Inbounds pass comes outside to Newman. Newman kills the dribble, hands it off to Liggett. Liggett now will reset, gives it off to Will. He works in on the left wing, cut off there, goes out top to Spikes. A lot of hand fighting in this ball game. Ball on the right side to Smith. Trying to get Kaler down on the block. Can't find him. Now they lob it to him, and there's going to be a whistle and a foul. Another holding foul on Bryce. That'll be his foul, number 2. And we're going to get a quick timeout here. Timeout taken by the Griffins. So it'll be a full timeout. 15:46 to go here in the first half. Thunderwolves by 2, 60 seconds on Fox Sports Pueblo. 10-8 our score. Conversation continues. And now the other referee. I don't have the referees' names yet. I got to get them here. Haven't given me a sheet yet, so when we get that, we'll identify them for you. I only recognize 1. 2 of them are new. Inbounds pass. Radakovic on the baseline. Into the corner. Newman fakes, drives baseline. There's a teardrop. Up, no good. Spikes flies in for the rebound on the block. He'll dribble it out of there. Rico loves to rebound. And Newman will reset it now. Thunderwolves by 2. Extra possession here. Radakovic hands it off to Smith. He's open. 3 ball on the way. High arch switch. Josh Smith, his first bucket of the game, and the Thunderwolves lead at 13-8. Quickly back the other way. Here's Evans out top. Now to Payton. They switch on him. Into the ball game, Mark Williams for the Thunderwolves. Radakovic all over Goodman. They try to get the steal. Goodman now drives into the paint, spins on Radakovic, draws the foul before the shot. And the foul on Radakovic is his first. I thought Stavon fouled him about 3 times before they finally called him on it. Levon Zakarian, Rick Emerson, that's the one I recognize, and Michael Contreras. Inbounds pass stolen by the Thunderwolves. Here they come. 3-on-2 break. Williams in from the right. He's fouled. No call. Now the late whistle. When he missed the layup, they do it every time. They call the foul. If he had hit the layup, they don't call it. Go figure. And the foul on Cook is his first. It'll be 2 free throws for Mark Williams. Williams, a 78% free throw shooter, the newcomer this year on the Thunderwolves ball club. Free throw up, and he missed it. He struggles at times from the line, as do the Thunderwolves as a team. They shoot 72%. Average 15 makes a game, but miss a few too many for my liking. Second toss by Williams. It's good. So he hits 1 out of 2. He's the leading scorer for the Thunderwolves coming off the bench. 16 a game. 14-8. Thunderwolves lead it by 6. Here's Casey Evans. Out top to Laws. They work the ball around the perimeter, and Payton with it. Works around a screen. Steps back and fires a wild 3, and it's good, and a foul. It'll count. Payton, kind of a weird-looking shot, but he got it to drop, and he drew the foul. And the foul will be on Newman. That's his first chance for the rare 4-point play. Free throw good. 14-12 after the 4-point play for the Griffins. Thunderwolves with the lead. Radakovic hands it off to Smith. He works around a screen, dribbles to the free throw line. He'll stop and pop. Hits! Josh Smith with 5. 16-12. Thunderwolves by 4. Here's Payton way outside for the Griffins. Into the ball game for the first time. The Vacheries. And there's an blocking foul called on Radakovic. And technical foul called on Ralph Turner. He earned that one. So shooting the technicals, it'll be Dayon Goodman. First technical free throw good by Goodman. He'll have one more. And this one rims in and out. So it'll be Griffin ball here. They trail it 16-13. Evans to trigger it in. Gets it into Payton. They switch on him. He dribbles around the wing. Cut off there. Hands the ball in the corner. Driving the baseline. Shot up. No good. And a rebound foul on the Griffins. The foul will be on Casey Evans. Evans arguing the call there. He might have a case in point there. Looked like he had a lot of the ball. Here is Newman bringing it across the timeline for the Thunderwolves. Kuiper into the game now for the Pack. Handed off on the right side. This is Williams. He dribbles around the screen. Down the lane he goes. Running left-hander. No good. Rebound batted outside, but it goes right to Evans. Evans fires it in onto the right side. Laws in on Newman. Offensive foul. As Laws just tipped the shoulder right into Will Newman. Newman paid a heck of a price there, but he draws the offensive charge. That's foul number 2 on Laws. That was a key call there, because if it's called the other way, it'd have been number 2 on Newman. But instead, it's foul number 2 on Laws. So Laws and Bryce to the bench with 2 fouls for the Griffins. Ball up top, Kuiper with it. One bounce into the corner. Here's Williams driving around the screens, kicks it back into the corner to Kuiper, stops, now goes down low. Nice little spin move by Williams, missed it, left it short though. And the rebound underneath belongs to Devashray. Is it off to Payton? Payton to Devashray. Holding it. Good defense by the Thunderwolves. Trying to work out of trouble here as Newbold is into the ball game. Give it off now to Payton. Payton works around the screen, drives into the paint, kicks it into the corner. Wide open jumper on the way. It's good by Tanner Newbold. It's a three-pointer. And that ties the game up at 16 apiece. Here's Newman handing it off to Smith. Left side to Kuiper. Kuiper, he'll start a drive. Cut off into the corner to Oldham. He drives the baseline in from the left, missed the layup. Donovan Oldham, the redshirt freshman out of Rampart High School in the Springs. Back the other way, Evans drives the baseline, cut off there, skips it up top. Devashray fakes it, now gives it off to Newbold. Onto the baseline, backing his way in. Goodman can't get the shot. Out comes up top to Evans. Evans works around the screen. He drives in on Kuiper, draws the foul on Kuiper. Easy call there on Braden Kuiper, and it'll be free throws upcoming for Casey Evans. Evans, a senior out of Morgan, Utah. A lot of seniors on this club. Yeah, now they look down through it, I guess not. Only 3, but they've got some newcomers, some junior college transfers as well. Evans hits the free throw. Only 64% on the year coming in. And the Griffins have the lead at 17-16. Second toss, rims in and out and in again. So Evans with 4. 18-16, 6 in a row here by the Griffins after they fell behind 16-12. Lob it left side. Smith's wide open. 3-ball on the way. Missed this one. In and out, and the rebound to Goodman. It's the outlet pass ahead to Payton. Payton on the right goes up top with it to Goodman. He'll launch a 3-ball. It's in and out, no good. Tap try, no good, and the rebound belongs to the Thunderwolves as Williams gets it ahead to Newman. Newman at the top of the key. Back trailer. Here's Williams down the lane. He's fouled. No call. And a rebound taken in the corner by Devishray. Sometimes I don't know what I'm seeing. Here is Payton. Steps back, free throw line, jumper off the back iron, no good. Rebound belongs to Williams. Gets the outlet pass ahead to Newman. Newman across the timeline for the Thunderwolves. He wants to drive it in. Goes into the corner. Liggett wide open. 3-ball on the way. Swish. Gavin Liggett gives the Thunderwolves the lead back 19-18. It's the 7th lead change of the ball game. Ball on the right side. Here is Newbold. Up top to Devishray. Now to Evans. He'll pop from about 18. Missed it. Long rebound. Liggett has it. Hands it off to Newman. Here come the Thunderwolves. Newman pushes the pace. Brings it across the timeline. Stops on the left wing. Up top to Williams. He'll drive right down the lane and lay it in. Timeout taken by the Griffins. Well, the Griffins scored 6 in a row. Thunderwolves advanced with 5 in a row of their own. We're going to take a 30-second timeout here. Thunderwolves by 3 on Fox Sports Pueblo. 21-18 our score. Thunderwolves on top by 3. Nuggets with a big win on the road tonight. They defeat Orlando 121-113. Balance that out, though. Avalanche, one of the most embarrassing performances in their history. They lose 10-1 tonight to Montreal. 10-1. Check some of the RMAC scores. Women's play. Mesa defeated Adams State tonight 75-45. Metro State over Shadron 70-55. Colorado Christian knocked off Black Hills 64-55. Mines in overtime knocked off South Dakota Mines 64-61. We got a couple finals still outstanding out there. Not sure what's going on out there. Well, now they came in now. Fort Lewis over Western State 56-39. Regis over UCCS 67-59. So there are all your finals from the RMAC in women's play tonight. Substitution in the ballgame. Mason Smith has come in for the Griffins. Ball on top. This is Newbold with it. He's picked up by Liggett. Now into the corner. They're trying to post up down on the block. Goodman. They can't find him, though. They're going to try it again. Is Payton going to reset? 7 on the shot clock. Here's a high screen. Payton. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Payton. Payton can't believe it. Everybody in the house saw him push off Nelson Kaler as he sent him flying. And Payton with the most incredulous look on his face. So Thunderwolves get the ball. Here is Newman. Dribbles to the right wing. Holds up, comes out top to Liggett. Liggett walked with the ball. Liggett got the happy feet there as he tried to make a quick move.
You got to screen somebody, right? I know, he's got a way. Come on, execute.
So it is Griffin ball here. They'll bring it across the timeline. Payton into the corner to Newbold. Newbold back to Payton up top. This is Smith. Goes to the high post, turning, facing Goodman. Starts to drive on Kaler. Down the lane, goes up. Shot blocked by Kaler. Says, get that weak shot out of here. Ahead to Spikes. Spikes down the lane. Hands it off to Kaler. Down the lane. Scoop shot up and in. And Kaler now has his first bucket, 23-18. Across the timeline. Payton on the left wing. Hands it off to Smith. On to the right side. Here's Payton driving the baseline. Steps back. Comes outside. With it to Goodman. Now they come over onto the left side. They get the shot off. Now they go way out top. Here's a long jumper on the way by Devishray. And the three-pointer is good. And that has Ralph Turner incensed. 23-21. Thunderwolves by 2. Here's Newman. Goes up top to Williams, left side to Spikes. Spikes lobs it down on the block to Nelson. The big Aussie in his office, backs his way in, spins, goes up, left it short. Rebound batted to the baseline, and Newbold has it for the Griffins. Back the other way comes Payton. Peyton way outside. Goes up top. Here's a drive in by Newbold. Into the corner. Down on the block. Backing his way in is Goodman. Up top to Peyton. Peyton starts the drive. Goes right around Liggett and up and under and hits. Peyton has 6, and that ties the game up at 23 apiece. It's going to be a grinder tonight. Just get that feeling. Westminster, they hold their opponents down under 40%. 36% on the year shooting the ball. Here's Nelson for 3. Got it. Nelson steps out and buries one. He has 5, and it's 26-23. Thunderwolves lead it by 3. 8:24 to go here in the first half. Ball on the right side. Here's Smith. Smith works around a screen. Hands the ball up to Devishray. Now to Newbold, rather. Beg your pardon. Now to Peyton. Peyton to the free throw line. Skips it left side to Smith. Smith drives the baseline. Shot blocked by Spikes. He sends it out of bounds. You got to come in stronger than that, don't you? So it will be Zarian Peyton inbound at 6 on the shot clock. They lob it way outside. Newbold hands it off. Here's Peyton, 3 on the shot clock. Drives to the free throw line. Steps back, forces. Missed it. Tap try, no good. Rebound, Williams has it for the Thunderbolts. Williams down the lane. Dishes off. Now it comes outside. Offensive foul on Williams. He just got airborne there and couldn't stop. And we get a timeout on the court. It's our media timeout. 7:53 to go here in the first half. We got a good one. Thunderwolves lead it 26-23. It's a 1-minute timeout on Fox Sports Pueblo.
KCCY Pueblo.
Well, Thunderwolves with excellent balance to start this ball game as Newman with 5, Liggett with 6, Smith with 5, Collar with 5, Williams with 3, Spikes with 2. 3-point lead for the Pack. Here's Peyton on the left wing. Hands the ball off. This is Smith with it. Works around a screen. They switch on him. Spikes up on him. Big man into the ball game now. Scott Cook, the 7-footer for the Griffins. Hand the ball off. Outside. Here's Newbold. Back right side to Peyton. Down to 8 on the shot clock. Works around a screen. Now he'll start a drive. Goes right around Newman. Layup. Missed it. Rebound. Oh! Late whistle foul on the Thunderwolves. Second foul on Will Newman. So it'll send Peyton to the free throw line. Free throw up and good. Peyton with 7. Newman will have to come out of the ball game. That'll probably be it for him here in this first half. Second toss, good. 8 points for Peyton. 26-25. Thunderwolves lead it by 1. Donovan Olden is checked in for the Thunderwolves in place of Newman. Baldwin gets away, but Spike's able to chase it down. Top of the key. Collar with it. Holds it there. Goes on the right side to Spikes. Spikes back underneath for Collar. Bats the ball to Oldham. That's going to be an offensive foul on Oldham. Thunderwolves in a bit of disarray there. The ball got loose, and Odom chased it down, but then he ran right into the defender. And now a little problem here, but now they get the ball into Peyton. Griffin's a chance for the lead here on this trip. Ball on the right side. Here, driving in with it is Orchard, and the ball sent out of there again. Oh, my. Don't come into Nelson's office. Inbounds pass, bounced into the corner. This is Sam Orchard, junior out of Salt Lake City. Hands it off now to Peyton. Who says you can't come home again? Play college basketball. Here's Peyton on the right wing. Crossover dribble nicely down the lane, and that shot was blocked again by Collar, and a rebound to Oldham. A little nifty behind the back pass here to Spikes. Up top to Oldham. He fakes. Steps back, gives it off to Rico. Rico going to have to run the point now for the rest of this first half with Will Newman on the bench. Up top now to Williams. Right side, Oldham. He drives into the paint, goes up and a shot blocked. That was a weak attempt, and Payton sent it packing. Back the other way. Payton brings it across the timeline. That's going to get him the hook. Ball on the right side to Smith. Smith has the ball knocked away and stolen by Spikes. And then Spikes is whacked at, but he's able to get away. Gets it to Collar and right back to Spikes, and he'll bring it across the timeline. This is going to be a war all night long. Here's Williams into the corner. Here's a three-pointer on the way by Oldham. No good. And the rebound to the Griffins. Outlet pass comes to Orchard. He brings it across the timeline onto the right wing. Holds things up. Now goes up top with it to Devishray. Devishray now hands it off to Orchard. Orchard picked up by Rico. He starts to drive in from the wing. Cut off. Backed out of there. Goes up and under. Fires it into the corner. Here's a three ball on the way by Payton. Swish. Zarian Payton. That unconventional shot, but he is good with it. And that has the Griffins on top, 28-26. He has 11 to lead all scorers. Here, ball on the right side. Oldham. Up top to Collar. Hands it off to Rico. Spikes. Works around a screen. Dribbles to the free throw line. Can't get the shot off. Lobs it down low to Nelson, and he missed the layup. Nelson almost like he lost control of the ball when he went up with the shot. It just kind of squirted out of his hands. It didn't even draw iron. Went off the backboard and out of there. Kuiper going to come in, and Nelson Collar going to come to the bench. So it'll be Griffin ball here. Griffin sit atop the Armac right now, 3-0 record. Here's Payton. And he threw the ball away. He just sent it out of bounds as Smith faked like he was going to come out to the timeline. That's where Payton thought he was going. Then he reversed, and the ball just kind of harmlessly trickled out of bounds across the way. So it's Thunderwolves ball here. See if they can take advantage of this gift possession here. Kuiper. That might have been double dribble, though. They don't call it. Go to Smith on the left wing. He's going to step back and fire a three. It's going to be way short. Air ball. And on the baseline was Williams when he got the rebound. Pace starting to grind down right into the liking of the Griffins here. They like to break you down on offense and make you struggle on the other end. Here's a free throw line jumper by Goodman. Goodman has 5. It's rapidly turning into their kind of game here as they lead it 30-26. Kuiper way out top, comes right side to Smith, fakes, steps back, hands it off. Here's Williams. Williams nifty behind the back dribble, steps up from 15 and hits. That was a beautiful move by Mark Williams. Sent the defense packing. 30-28, Thunderwolves within 2. Here's Payton bringing it across the timeline. Onto the left side to Smith. Return feed to Zarian Payton. He averages 11 points a game. Gives it off to Goodman. Nice backdoor feed. Layup. Missed it. Late whistle foul on the Thunderwolves. Foul called on Kuiper. His second. Well, they say first. Anyway, we got a timeout on the court. 3:38 to go here. Well, that's why. The foul is on Liggett. 30-second timeout. Thunderwolves down by 2 on Fox Sports Pueblo. 30-28 our score. Thunderwolves down by 2. Just joining us, quick recap of the game. Thunderwolves have led by as many as 6 here in this first half. Had the lead at 6 at 14-8. Griffins came back on a 6-0, well, more than that. Let's see, they had a 6-0 run at one point to get the lead at 18-16. Thunderwolves then scored 7 straight, led it by 5 at 23-18. Led it 26-23 when the Griffins ripped off 7 in a row to go up by 4. Thunderwolves answer with a bucket, but now we got free throws upcoming for Mason Smith. Smith to the line. Perfect to this point on the young season, 3 of 3. Griffins as a team, they shoot 79%. They average 18.5 makes a game. Free throws. Oh, that went off in his hands there. A grenade. It's like he was shooting a firework there. He'll have one more. It's the second, so 1 out of 2 for Smith. 31-28. Thunderwolves down by 3. Spikes gets it to Kuiper at the top of the key. Hands it off to Smith. Smith to Kuiper. He'll launch a 3-ball. Short. Tapped by Spikes. Up and in. Rico took the elevator up to the rim and just casually popped it back in there. 31-30. Here's a jumper on the baseline. Short. And a rebound goes to Evans, and he flips it in. Evans with 6. That ball took an extra bounce on the rim and allowed the rebound to go their way. Here's Liggett for 3. Way downtown. Gavin Liggett, his third 3 of the game. 33-33. We're all tied up with 2:50 to go here in the first half. Here's Payton. Hands the ball off to Smith. Smith one bounce onto the left wing to Orchard, and that's going to be a push from behind, and that will be foul number 2 on Braden Kuiper.
Foul number 21, Braden Kuiper, his second.
Free throw up and good. Collar checks back in the game for the Thunderwolves. 34-33. Griffins with the lead. Second toss looks short. It is. Collar with the rebound. So 1-point advantage for the Griffins. Thunderwolves with the ball. Spikes will bring it across the timeline for the Pack. Angles to the right wing. Hands the ball off now to Smith. Smith gives it to Liggett. Liggett to Collar. He'll launch occasionally from three-point land. Gives it off now right side to Williams. Steps back. Free throw line jumper. Off the iron. No good. Spikes flies in. Tried to tap it in. Got the rebound and was fouled from behind. Rico Spikes. He loves to get on the glass. And he'll get to the free throw line. And the foul called on Goodman. So Rico to the line. A little struggle at times. 64% from the stripe this year. 16-25. Shooting a pair here. Free throw up and good. He'll have one more. The pride of Maryville, Indiana. Hits a pair. Rico has 6. Collar out. Radakovic going to check in. Remember, he's playing with 2 fouls, but he hasn't played a lot in this game. They're going to try to get 2 minutes out of here without getting that third foul. Inbounds pass Thunderwolves with the full court pressure. Almost had a steal. They got something working here, and now traveling is the call on the Griffins. As they had Mason Smith in the pickle. He tried to get out of there, and he walked with the ball. So Thunderwolves steal a possession here. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. Spikes on the trigger. Gets it in underneath. Turn around on the baseline. Does it go? Tapped in by Rico Spikes. Unbelievable play by Spikes. 37-34. Thunderwolves by 3. Quickly back the other way. Here's Orchard down the lane. Dishes off. Plows right in. Charges the call on Goodman. That was a key call as Radakovic slid in there. If he gets the call, it's his third. Instead, the foul call goes on Goodman, his second, and it wipes out the hoop. And the tall one, Scott Cook, the junior out of Mesa, Arizona, checks in. He's all of 7 foot. Inbounds pass to Spikes. We're under 2 minutes to go here in this first half. Rico brings it across the timeline. A little nifty little crossover dribble there. Goes to Radakovic, right side to Smith. Smith lobs it cross court. Liggett's open. Here's the 3-ball on the way. In and out. Heartbreak City there, and the rebound on the baseline to Payton. He'll bring it across the timeline to the free throw line. Cut off there. Goes out top. Evans. Nice move. Pulls up 15-footer swish. That was a beauty. Evans with 8. 37-36. Thunderwolves lead is 1. Spikes brings it across the timeline. Give it off to Radakovic. Radakovic starts a drive. In from the left. Oh, scoops it up. No, missed it. It was a beautiful move, just didn't finish. Here is Orchard. Across the timeline. Griffins a chance to get the lead back here. Back and forth we go. In an ultra-competitive game for Massari Arena tonight. Here is Orchard on the left wing. Crossover dribble goes outside to Payton. Payton now will start a move on Liggett. Bounces it into the corner to Orchard. He drives into the paint. Stops, fakes, looks like he walked with it. Gets rid of it. And the ball knocked away. Goes right in the corner, though. 3-ball on the way. Off the back iron. Long rebound belongs to Payton. Payton, he hits the deck. Foul on the Thunderwolves. I think on Josh Smith as he clobbered Zarion Payton.
Foul number 15, Josh Smith is first.
That'll be the first foul on Smith. Double bonus time, and Zarion Payton will go to the free throw line. Payton paid a heck of a price there for chasing down that loose ball. He'll have a chance to give the Griffins the lead here with 43.5 seconds to go. Got some blood out here as Rico is covered in blood. I don't know if it's his own. Somebody's bleeding. I told you there's going to be a grinder tonight. Sausage Factory. Here's Payton. Free throw up and swish. Second toss for the lead. It's good by Payton. He has 13 to lead all scorers. 38-37, 43 seconds to go here in the first half. Liggett brings it across the timeline. Right side to Oldham. Oldham with the dribble around the perimeter. Gives it off now to Williams. Williams left side to Liggett. Liggett up top. Here's Williams. Hands it off wide open. Smith for three. It's good. Josh Smith with 8. His second triple of the game. Thunderwolves back on top, 40-38. Last shot time here for the Griffins here as they'll try to get it tied or maybe get the lead going into the locker room. Ball on the left side. Orchard with it. Gives it up top to Evans. On to the right side now to Payton. 5 on the clock. Drives the baseline. Goes up and her shot was partially blocked. Stavon gets the rebound to Smith, and he can't get the shot off in time before the buzzer sound. Great first half here from Massari Arena tonight. Should be good throughout. Thunderwolves lead it by 2 as we go to break. They lead it 40-38. Back with our halftime show right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo. Welcome back to Massari Arena. Thunderwolves on top here at the break, 40-38. Women won earlier tonight, 68-54. Both my interviews, post-game interviews with Jim Turgeon and Tule Sue Anderson are now up over on the Jim Brooks fan page if you want to check those out on Facebook. See what this game develops into. Thought the Thunderwolves, the pace got away from them a little bit when Westminster got the lead up to 30-26, but then the Thunderwolves able to get it more back to their liking and able to get the lead up at halftime here to 40-38. You got to feel like the game gets to the 80s. You like the Thunderwolves' chances, maybe even the high 70s, but if it stays below 70, then Westminster, they have more built to grind it out. Well, we'll just see how the second half develops. And I thought key there in the first half with Josh Smith and Gavin Liggett both feeling it from downtown. Liggett was 3 of 4. Smith was 2 of 5 shooting threes. I think it could be the difference, as it is a lot of times for the Thunderwolves when they win ball games here on their home court. We got about another minute to kill here, so we'll go ahead and take a 1-minute timeout before we come back for the second half. Thunderwolves on top 40-38 on Fox Sports Pueblo. And we're ready for our second half here. Thunderwolves lead it 40-38. Thunderwolves will get the ball first to start the second half. Chance to increase their lead. Marcus Bryce back in the ball game now for Westminster. Remember, he sat out a good portion of that first half with foul trouble. Will Newman also out there now for the Thunderwolves. Feed down low to Collar. He is manhandled and fouled, and that might be a quick foul number 3 on Bryce. And it is. Marcus Bryce has picked up his third in about 11 seconds. And that's going to get him the quick hook. And it'll be Travis Devishray that'll come in. Remember, Bryce hit the first 4 points of the game for the Griffins. Here's the inbounds pass to Newman. On to the left side. Liggett with it. Now up top to Spikes, and a bad pass. They tried to get it down low to Goodman, and the pass was low and stolen away by the Griffins. Here's the feed out top. Goodman has it. On to the right side to Payton. Payton gives it up top to Evans, working around the screen. Now to Goodman. Goodman fakes, drives in on Collar, backs his way into the paint, goes up with the right hand. That's a little short, and Collar with the rebound. He might have got a piece of that one. Probably won't get credit with a block shot, but I think he influenced it. Newman hands it off to Liggett. Steps into a three. Swish. Liggett with 12, 43-38. Thunderwolves by 5. Back on the right side, here's Evans. Evans drives the baseline, dishes off. They come out the other side. Here is Laws, drives down the lane. Shot, no, but a foul on the Thunderwolves. Going to be on Josh Smith.
Foul number 12, Liggett is second.
Look out! Hands up!
Half the line. Laws, free throw short. The Laws, that was his first free throw attempt of the year, and it showed. He looked a little short. See if he can sight in the artillery here with his second try. On the way, swish. So 1 out of 2. It's 43-39. Thunderwolves by 4. Here is Newman on the right wing. Jumps it cross court, wide open. 3, foul before the shot. Offensive foul on the Thunderwolves. Illegal screen. And that's one of those fouls you hate to see Nelson Collar pick up when he gets it away from the ball on an illegal screen, because he has a tendency to get into foul trouble. When he picks up one like that on offense, it just makes you cringe a little bit. Ball on the left side. They come outside, and Goodman takes it right at Collar and lays it in. That's what you expect, because you know Nelson doesn't want to pick up a quick 2. It's 43-41. Newman, cross court to Liggett. Fakes the 3 this time. Hands it off now to Smith. Dribbles through traffic. Might have got away with one there. Lobs it down to Collar on the block. Turns and backs his way in. Reverse shot up and in. Collar was 7. 45-41. On the right side, here's Laws down to the baseline, wide open, jumper on the way, swish. Travis Devishray has 5. 45-43, Thunderwolves by 2. You get the feeling this one's just going to go right down to the last possession tonight. Here's Smith, drives in from the wing, takes a little shove, lays it up, missed it. Put a little too much English on it. And Devishray got the rebound, gets the outlet pass to Payton. Payton, down the lane he goes. Oh, nice scoop shot, missed it, left it short. Spikes gets the rebound. Spikes now, brings it across the timeline, directing traffic. Gives it to Liggett. Wide open Smith in the corner for 3. Swish. Smith, his third 3 of the game. It's 48-43. Thunderwolves lead it by 5. Now the Laws on the left side. He dribbles around the screen. Goes up top to Goodman. Onto the right side. Pulls up, jumper on the way by Evans. Way off the mark. Spikes with the rebound. Hands it off to Newman. Thunderbolts trying to push the pace here. Newman brings it up. Pulls up. Three-pointer on the way. Way off the mark. And the rebound. Oh, my goodness. And the ball goes out of bounds. Evans hits the deck hard as he got clipped down low. I think it was his own teammate that caught his legs, and he hit the deck hard. The ball squirted out of bounds. It'll be Thunderwolves' ball. And Evans is going to be all right. Woo! Man, the air just knocked my score sheet out of the way. Radakovich in, Collar out. And still taking inventory out there is Casey Evans. He's got kind of a nervous smile on his face, knowing he avoided disaster. Inbounds pass, Smith wide open, 3 on the way. Missed this one off the back iron. And the rebound to Laws. Laws starts to drive into the paint, cut off, goes outside, and Evans walked through the ball. Boy, if Smith could have got that one to drop. The old ifs and buts, right? Would have been up by 8. Get that little bit of a working margin. Thunderbolts by 5 with the ball. Newman brings it across the timeline. Goes to Radakovich. Radakovich, right side to Spikes. Spikes now. Gives it to Radakovich. Thought about the 3, won't take it. Bounces down to Spikes, posting up on the block. Backs his way into the paint. Can't get the, well, he does go up for the shot. And he flips it in. Spikes with 10. 50-43. Thunderwolves by 7, their biggest lead of the game. Here is Goodman on the left wing to Payton. Payton gives it off now to Evans. Evans bounces up to the high post to Goodman, turns, faces, gives it off. Devishray, jumper short, rebound to Newman. Thunderbolts trying to push it out here. Newman on the right wing, he's cut off though. Gives it up top to Spike, steps into a three. It's on the way, short, and the rebound to Goodman. Thunderbolts have had a chance for a couple of dagger threes, can't get them to drop. Payton down the lane, cut off, steps back, pops, and missed it. Rebound to Radakovic. Outlet pass to Newman. Newman fires it ahead to Spikes. Spikes flying to the rim, on the way, lays it in. Rico Spikes with 12. Time out, Griffins. Thunderbolts on a 7-0 run have opened up their biggest lead of the game. They lead it 52-43. It's a 1-minute timeout on Fox Sports Pueblo. I've talked about all night how close and tight this game has been. We've had 11 lead changes in the game. The game's been tied on 4 different occasions, but right now this is as big a separation as we've had tonight, as the Thunderbolts on a 7-0 run have opened up a 9-point lead at 52-43. I would be very surprised, though, if it didn't tighten up as the night goes on. I just don't see the Thunderbolts breaking out to a double-digit victory here. It could happen, I suppose, but right now, just the personality of this game. They almost forced a turnover. Is Payton in trouble in the backcourt? He's fouled by Smith. Looked like a pretty easy call to me. I'm not sure what the Thunderbolts are complaining about. Timeout on the court. We got another quick 30 here. Thunderbolts lead it by 9 on Fox Sports Pueblo. 52-43, Thunderwolves by 9. Boy, they had a golden opportunity there to force a turnover. Couldn't get their hands on it. Then Smith with a reach-in foul in the backcourt. That's the third team foul on the Thunderwolves. Second foul of the game on Josh Smith.
If you bring the toy next weekend, bring admission to the game, it'll go to the Pueblo Huskers.
Well, Thunderwolves now shooting it at 48%. I think there's only one game this year where they didn't shoot it at over 50%. But we knew something had to give. Westminster, they allow their opponent only 36% from the field. So Thunderwolves right now winning in the something's got to give department. Beat down on the block. Goodman backs his way in on Radakovic. He blocked it. Rebound to Liggett, ahead to Newman. Back pass to Spikes. In from the right. Shot blocked from behind. Beautifully done there. It'll be Thunderwolves' ball. Rico thought he had the breakaway, and the ball was swatted away. I think it was Devishray might have got his hands on. I'm not sure there. So Thunderwolves ball. Newman on the inbounds, gets it into Radakovic. Left hand, nobody drew the foul, and the foul will be on Devishray. So Stave on to the line. 69% from the line this year. 18-26. His chance for his first point of the evening. Free throw up and hits the front iron, but he gets the shooter's roll. Double-digit lead now for the Thunderwolves. Are up 53-43. Second toss, swish. And now you play your ultimate wild card. Your leading scorer, who's been on the bench, comes into the game now, and Mark Williams. That's a nice little ace in the hole, isn't it? Thunderwolves with the full court pressure here. And they almost get another turnover, and Payton gets away, feeds it up into the corner. 3 ball on the way. It's good. Jared Laws has 4. 54-46. That stops the 9-0 run by the Thunderwolves. Radakovic left side. Liggett, he'll fire a three-pointer. It's good. Gavin Liggett, his 5th three-pointer of the game. It's 57-46. Thunderwolves continue to press. Devishray hands it off up top to Laws, right side. Here's Payton driving in, kicks it into the corner. 3 ball in the way by Evans. Way off the mark. Spikes gets the rebound. Hands it off to Radakovic. Now to Newman. Newman will bring it across the timeline. One thing the press has done for the Thunderwolves, it's quickened up the pace. Give it off to Spikes. Spikes heels the dribble, gives it to Radakovic. Radakovic, one bounce. Goes cross court to Liggett. Liggett now to Newman. 8 on the shot clock. Newman dribbles around a screen, hands it off to Liggett. 2 on the shot clock. Liggett forces for 3 off the back iron, and the ball batted to the corner. That should be Thunderwolves' ball. And it is Thunderwolves' ball. Last touch by the Griffins. Officials had to look at each other, and Rick Emerson just said, you know what? I think it belongs to the Thunderwolves. So Spike's going to trigger it in. So a fresh 30 on the shot clock here. Thunderwolves lead at 57-46. Spikes lobs it way outside to Newman. He fakes the 3. Now he'll back out of there with it. Up top, Spikes fakes the 3, drives in, nice dish to Radakovic, and he lays it in. 59-46, beautiful pass. That time from Spikes. Here's a 2-on-1 breakout against the press. Down the lane, that should be a charge. Nope, they're going to call a block on Radakovic as Goodman. Radakovic might have been sliding a little bit there to the right, and that's the interpretation. Norm Parrish might have come unglued if he didn't get that call. I can guarantee you that, the way things have been going here in this second half. They get the inbounds pass, lobs it way outside. Newbold with it. On to the left side to Orchard. Orchard bounces it down on the block. Backing his way in it is Goodman. Turn around on the baseline. Missed it badly, and Liggett had the rebound, lost it, but it comes to Williams. Williams wants to run, brings it across the timeline. He'll hold things up. Goes up top to Newman. Newman lobs it down low to Spikes. Posting up on the smaller guard. Backs his way into the paint. Fakes, goes up. Draws contact. Good, and a foul. It'll count. You can see that one coming a mile away. Rico Spikes, he is a tough guard for any guard when he gets down there on the block. He is so big and physical. Gets you on that backside, and you have no chance. And it's foul number 3 on Jared Laws. And Rico Spikes now with 14 in the game, a chance for his 15th point right here. On the way, left it short. That might be one weakness in his game, is free throw shooting. 61-46, Thunderwolves by 15. Here's Evans on the wing. I will gladly be wrong if the Thunderwolves are just going to make this a nice, comfortable win here tonight. They're way outside with it. Feed it into the post. Here's a jumper on the way. Missed it badly. Newman had his hands on it and is able to retrieve the rebound off the miss by Bryce. Here's Newman into the paint. Dishes off outside to Rico Spikes. Rico very calm out there. Collar's back in the game. They got it to him down on the block. He wheels, goes in, reverse shot, good, and a foul. It'll count. Oh my, the Thunderwolves firing on all cylinders right now. And that'll be foul number 4 on Marcus Bryce. At this pace, Bryce not even going to have to take a shower tonight. He hasn't had many minutes with all the foul problems he's been in. And he'll have to come out of the game right now. Mason Smith will check in. Caller to the line. 9 points on the night. Chance for double figures right here. The big Aussie. Free throw up and rimmed it in and out. No good. And out of bounds, stepping out of bounds was Mason Smith after he got the rebound. He says, I was forced out. I'm not that clumsy, he says, but he doesn't win the argument. The Thunderwolves an extra possession here, up by 17. Spikes, lobs it in for Collar, might have pushed off, fakes, goes up in traffic, missed the banker, gets his own rebound, fakes, goes up in traffic, missed it, but he was fouled and to go to the line again. And the foul will be on Orchard. There was a lot of panic that time on the defense for the Griffins as they knew the big man had the ball down there a foot from the basket. Free throw up, and Collar hits the front iron, gets it to drop. I reverted back to old habits at the start of the game, calling him Kaler. He was Kaler for half the year last year. But you have to remember, this is my first look at the Thunderwolves men this year. They've been on the road for an eternity. 65-46, back for the right side. Here's Evans in from the right. Gets a high arching shot up and in. Casey Evans has 10. 65-48. That breaks another drought. That was an 11-0 run by the Thunderwolves, which followed a 9-0 run earlier. So they've had a 9-0 run and an 11-0 run here in the second half. Smith on the left wing. Goes up top to Spikes. Now Thunderwolves want to run overload. That means they want to find Colorado. Rico trying to... Oh, nifty between the legs. Dribble goes down the lane. Missed it. Tap try, no good. That was funky. Back the other way. Here comes Orchard. Hands the ball up top. Down to Goodman. Now to Newbold. Gives it off to Evans. Evans working around the screen. Steps back. Fires it outside. Wide open three-pointer by Goodman. Swish. That's the first 3 of the night for Goodman. He has 11. 65-51. Thunderwolves lead is 14. No time to feel all that good about yourself right now. You got to still work it here. Up by 14. Left side Spikes with it. On the left side now to Smith. Gives it off to Newman. He fakes the three-pointer. Steps back. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They lob it down to Spikes on the block. Wheels, fakes on the baseline. Forces. Shot, no. Shot clock violation. And we've got a media timeout. 11:06 to go here in the second half. Thunderwolves lead it 65-51. It's a 1-minute timeout on Fox Sports Pueblo. 51 our score. Ralph Turner with a spirited timeout lecture to his ball club here. That might have been rated R. It was definitely PG-13. I think he got their attention, but he's kind of like I'm feeling here. You got Westminster, a good ball club here. They're not just going to roll over in this ball game. They've come back now from 19 down to draw within 14 after a 5-0 run. A chance to increase it here. Think about the Griffins, though. They got to earn it 2 at a time. They usually don't shoot a lot of threes. They make 6 a game. Here is Evans. Hands the ball outside to Newbold. Starts a drive on Liggett. Can't get the shot off. Comes outside. Faking the 3. Ball knocked loose. Comes back into the hands of Orchard. Now gives it to Goodman. He'll start right. Ball. Oh, strip, but they call the foul on Josh Smith. And the fans do my talking for me there. That looked a little suspicious for a reach-in foul. Looked like a clean steal. 15 foul on the Thunderwolves. Inbounds pass comes outside to Newbold. Newbold works around a screen. Now goes on the left side to Orchard. Orchard, he starts a drive into the paint. Kicks the ball off to the baseline. Shot blocked by Collar. And then he tries to get the rebound. It's loose. And now we've got a little bit of a problem here. The ball goes out of bounds. I'm not sure if there's going to be a foul on Collar, but they're just going to say the ball's out of bounds. Nelson tried to get that ball, save it on the baseline. He couldn't get to it. No foul is called, so that's good for Nelson. 17 on the shot clock here for the Griffins. Orchard to trigger it in. Lobs it in, open for the 15-footer. Off the iron and bounces through there for Smith. So they continue the run. That's the 4th point of the game for Smith. 7 in a row now for the Griffins, trying to get back within contact here. 65-53. Thunderwolves on top. Here's Smith. Hands it off to Newman. Fakes the three-pointer. Drives into the paint. Almost walked with it. Gets it to Smith. Smith on the wing. Holds things up. Goes outside to Newman. 8 on the shot clock. Newman now looks for a screen. Drives in. Pulls up. This is the caller. And he is called for the charge in the lane. Foul number 2 on Nelson Collar. Radakovich and Spikes quickly back into the ball game. As we're under 10 to go now, 9:58 to go. Newman out. Spikes back in. Now the Griffins will try to get it down to 10, maybe 9 if they can hit a triple. Here's Orchard. On to the right side to Newbold. Gives it off to Smith. Nice pass. Shot on the way by Evans. It's good. Here they come. 12 points for Evans. 65-55. The lead is only 10 with 9:40 to go. 9 straight here by the Griffins. Here's Spikes. Duffs it down low to Radakovic. Goes up with a wild left-hander. Missed it, and the rebound to the Griffins. Chance to cut into it more. Here's Orchard on the left wing. He starts a drive down the lane. Fakes. Dishes off. Driving in. Goodman. Can't get the shot off. Fakes. Goes up. Left it short. Rebound to Radakovic. Great defense by the big Serbian there. Hands it off now to Spikes. Might mark that one down as the Thunderwolves get a stop. Let's see if they can make him pay with a hoop here. Radakovic almost walked with it. Gets rid of it to Spikes. 9 minutes to go, 13 on the shot clock. Spikes lobs it down low on the block. Here's Williams. Comes outside. Radakovic will fire a three. Short. And Spikes had the rebound, and he is fouled. Rico with a big physical rebound, and then he was just raked out of there. And the foul will be on Orchard, his second. Rico Spikes is one guy the Griffins have had no answer for tonight. Now Thunderwolves, who's going to inbound the ball? It's going to be Gavin Liggett. Extra possession here for the Pack. Spikes out top. Trying to free up Liggett on the inbounds play. Couldn't get it to him. Spikes being hounded out top here by Orchard. Radakovic to Smith. Smith steps back. Three-pointer on the way. He missed it badly. Radakovic with a rebound, and he banks it in. Radakovic was 6, so he did it with defense on one end. He comes up with the hoop on the other. Thunderwolves lead back to 12 with 8:24 to go. Ball up top to Newbold. On to the right side. Here's Evans driving around the screen. Oh, Stavon went for the steal. Almost had it. Evans gets it back. Little crossover dribble. Spins. Ball knocked away. Stolen by Radakovic. Gets it ahead to Spikes. Now to Smith. And here is Radakovic. Goes right side to Liggett. Liggett lobs it down low to Spikes. Posting up. That might have been offense. They didn't call it. Smith 3 on the way. Switch. Smith with 14. 70-55. Thunderwolves lead back to 15. They've restored a little bit of order here. And the ball off to Evans on the right wing. Goes up top. Gives it to Bryce. Bryce hands the ball off. Now they go way up top with it to Smith. Nice baseline drive by Orchard, and he banks it in. Orchard, his first bucket of the game. 70-57. Thunderwolves lead is 13. 7:15 to go here in the second half. Radakovic, he starts to drive in, and he was fouled. A reach-in foul. And that's all for Marcus Bryce. I told you he's not going to need a shower tonight. He played about 5 minutes. His foul to minutes ratio, not good. Timeout on the court. Thunderwolves lead at 70-57. It's a 1-minute break on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Fox Sports Pueblo 1350, an iHeartRadio station. Online at foxsportspueblo.com and on your phone with your iHeartRadio app.
And welcome back to Massari Arena. Thunderwolves lead at 70-57. The hero of the moment, Stavon Radakovic, only 6 points in the game, but he came up with a big stop on one end, came up with a follow-up, then got a steal, and now here he is at the free throw line. So it's been a good last 2 minutes for the pride of Belgrade, Serbia. Free throw up, well, everything was good until he shot a free throw. That one was a little weak. 70-57. Thunderwolves by 13. Here's a drive to the hoop by Goodman. Steps back, 10-footer, good. That was a nice move there by Goodman. Got a little separation. 70-59. There's still a chance here. They're down by 11, but they got to get busy. Here's Radakovic. Hands the ball off to Spikes. Now left side to Smith. Run their weave game outside. 15 on the shot clock. Liggett kills the dribble. That'll get you in trouble. Hands it off to Smith. Smith now to Spikes with 8 on the shot clock. Rico, you got to do something. Goes right side to Smith. He'll quick fire a 3. It's good. Josh Smith from downtown has 17. 73-59. Thunderwolves by 14. Into the lane. Nice dish to Goodman. Shot blocked by Radakovic. And the rebound loose to Spikes. And Radakovic will bring it across the timeline. Or as they called him down at Fort Lewis, their announcers that didn't do any homework, Rakatovich, they were calling him down there. Here's Spikes with 7 on the shot clock. Starts a drive. Into the corner, wide open. Smith again. Why not? No, he missed it off the back iron on the heat check. Outlet pass to Payton. Across the timeline, on the fly to the free throw line. Down the lane he goes. Nobody cut him off, and he lays it in. Payton with 15. They almost get the steal. 73-61. Thunderbolts take timeout. 5:26 to go here in the second half. Got chance for it's going to be a 1-minute timeout. Thunderbolts lead at 73-61 on Fox Sports Pueblo. Thunderbolts on top by 12, 73-61. They'll have possession of the ball here with 5:26 to go. We got some finals trickling in from the RMAC, so we'll get those to you here when we get a whistle. A couple of surprises. One that could be a real surprise if it goes one way or another here late, but we'll get you updated on that. That's your tease for your RMAC scoreboard. Here's Newman. He's back in the ball game as the Thunderbolts want to go to their kind of a modified 4 corners here. Going to run some time. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Liggett up top to Newman. Lobs it down low. Radakovic had it blocked away by Goodman. Says, get it out of here. Back the other way. Here's Payton into the paint. Kicks it outside. 3 ball on the way. It's off the iron. No good. Stuffed in on the follow by Goodman as he flew to the rack. He has 15. That was a beauty. Potential RMAC Player of the Week candidate there. 73-63. Here is Liggett. Now gives it to Radakovic. On to the right wing. Dribbling around a screen is Smith. Gives it back to Radakovic. Turns, faces. Oh, nice move to the baseline, and he lays it in. Oh, a little Euro step for his 8th point of the game for Radakovic. 75-63. Ball on the left wing. Here's Orchard. Lobs it down low. Man of the hour, Goodman. He lost it and dribbled it off his leg out of bounds. It belongs to the Thunderwolves. Radakovic comes out. What a stint that was for the big fella. Collar back in. Here's Newman. He turns it over. Here's Payton in from the right. Layup. No. Tap. No. Tap again. No. Rebound loose. Evans has it. Fakes. Goes up in the paint. Missed it. Another rebound. Spikes. Tries to restore order, and he is fouled as Rico Spikes did his most muscular pose on that rebound. And Rico's going to trot down to the other end to shoot free throws. Never fear, Rico will limp on occasion. He works so darn hard. I mean, the game at Alamosa at Adams State, he just willed the Thunderwolves to victory there, I thought. Front end of the 1-and-1. Swish. Spikes with 15.
Take the hit when they drive to the basket.
76-63, one more. On the way, he rattles it in. 77-63, Thunderwolves by 14. Here's Payton. Hands the ball outside to Casey Evans. Evans gives it off to Goodman. Goodman now gives the ball up top to Orchard. Orchard, nice little crossover and nice back pass. Then another kind of a mini stuff there by Goodman. He kind of gently laid it over the top of the iron. Here's Spikes. Right side, Smith. Oh, thought about the 3, drives in. Can't get it off. Goes outside to Newman. Thunderwolves running their, what do you call them, modified 4 corners here. They get it outside. They like their guards to run some clock here. Now they'll get busy. Newman at the free throw line. Goes up and under. Layup good. A beauty. Newman was 7. 79-65. Thunderwolves by 14. Hand the ball off to Evans. Evans works around a screen. Hands the ball off outside. Here is Orchard. Oh, nice dish. But Smith, an even better play on defense. And he loves himself for that one, as he knocked it away out of bounds. We've reached our final media timeout of the night. 2:59 to go here in the second half. Thunderwolves lead at 79-65. It's a 1-minute break on Fox Sports Pueblo. 79-65. Thunderwolves lead it by 14. That was an interesting break there. I was kind of hungry, and I was also hungry. Oh. What was the number of that company in North Carolina again? All right. 2:59 to go here in the second half. Thunderwolves on top by 14. Possession to the Griffins. Payton inbounds it, and a shot blocked by Collar. Feed ahead, and is stolen back by Casey Evans. Evans fires it ahead to Payton. Down the lane he goes. Collar again, trying to get the block, but it was a better move by Payton as he got around the big fella somehow for his 17th point of the night. 79-67. Thunderwolves break the press as Newman gets it across the timeline. Down to 2:35 to play here in the second half. Outside to Liggett. Liggett bumped outside. They tried to foul him. They don't get the call. They give it off to Smith. Smith gives it to Newman. 5 on the shot clock. Here's Newman. Pulls up. 18-foot jumper. Off the iron. No good. And the rebound belongs to Evans. Gets it ahead to Payton. Payton, it's a 1-on-4 break. Goes up and under. Little finger roll. Missed it. And the rebound to Collar. That would have been a beauty. And now Spikes with it. Hands it off to Newman. And blocking foul in the backcourt on Zarion Payton.
You see that?
Oh, to the line, it'll be Will Newman. Oh, the always entertaining Ralph Turner. We need a Ralph mic, just for a whole game. Yeah, we've had like a lot of bleeps here and there, probably. Will Newman, I don't know if Ralph really lets go any bombs on occasion, but he definitely, he's entertaining. That's for sure. Sometimes an official will just start laughing because he knows he's got him. Free throws are good by Newman. Well, Thunderwolves have eclipsed that magic number of 80. I told you if I thought the score got to the 80, it'd be a good night for the Thunderwolves. 3-pointer no good by Evans. Rebound, Spikes just rips it away and draws the foul.
You got to switch that.
Oh, Rico Spikes.
Hey, boy.
I can call it right now. He's going to be my star of the game interview. And at the line, Rico, the senior, he's playing on a bonus year, I guess you would say, after having the injury exemption after breaking his foot last year. Played in a couple games last year, but then had surgery and stuck it out, appealed to the NCAA, and they gave him that extra year. Gets the first free throw. He has 17 in the game. He and Smith lead the Thunderwolves. Second toss good. Make it 18. 83-67. Pack on top by 16. All up top here is Payton.
You got to go now.
Down to 1:30 to go. Payton starts a drive, kicks it outside, 3-ball on the way. It's an air ball. Rebound to Rico Spikes. Gets it ahead to Newman, and Newman will bring it across the timeline. Spikes with his 11th rebound of the night. Big time double-double tonight by the senior. Here's Newman. Just yo-yoing the ball outside. They tried to foul him, and I think on the fourth try they gave it to him. The officials don't want to call it because they just want the game to continue, but sooner or later you just have to when it's that obvious. And the foul on Orchard is his fourth. So Newman to the line, a chance to get into double figures. Free throws up and good. Junior out of Lawndale, California. And coming out of the ball game, Dayon Goodman. What a game for Dayon. He had 17 points, had that highlight reel follow dunk that you'll probably see next week on the RMAC Plays of the Week. Trent Kelly into the ball game for the Thunderwolves. The junior out of Pueblo Centennial, transferred in from Trinidad State. Free throw good by Will Newman. So he has 11. 85-67. Thunderwolves by 18. Here's a drive to the baseline by Evans. Hands the ball outside to Zach Scott, who's into the ball game for the Griffins. Drive to the hoop by Evans, and he floats one in. Casey Evans with 14. 85-69. Here's a drive of the baseline. And coming out of there with it, pull up three from the top of the key. No good by Evans. Oslowski into the ball game for the Thunderwolves. He has it, brings it across the timeline. About an 8-second differential here on the shot and the game clock.
Thumb up. Going thumb up with 7. Let's go. Thumb up.
Oslowski gets a chance to drive it to the free throw line, kicks it into the corner to Liggett. To Kelly, right hand, hook up and in! Trent Kelly, his first bucket as a Thunderwolf. 87-69. Here's a three-pointer from the wing, no good. Spikes gets the rebound, and that will do it. Thunderwolves win it 87-69 is the final. Thunderwolves with the victory. We want to say goodnight to our audience watching on the Stretch Internet feed here tonight. Our post-game interviews, we interview with Ralph Turner and our interview with Rico Spikes. They will be up on the Jim Brooks fan page a little bit later tonight. Here on Facebook, we'll also share it with the CSU Pueblo Athletics fan page a little later, and if I get busy, maybe we'll put it on Twitter. But we hope you enjoyed our broadcast tonight as the Thunderwolves win it 87-69. Thunderwolves will be in action right back here on Friday night as Mesa will come to town. It'll be 5:30 and 7:30 for the women and the men. Western State will be in here on Saturday night as well. So for our internet audience, we bid you good night. For the rest of our audience on Fox Sports Pueblo, stay tuned for our post-game show. It all comes your way next. Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo. Welcome back to the Massari Arena. Thunderwolves win the ball game. 87-69 is the final. We await Ralph Turner, who will make his way out here. And we'll also talk to Rico Spikes. That'll be our star of the game interview. That'll be coming your way here shortly. Thunderwolves win it 87-69. We'll mention Rico Spikes tonight. 18 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 block shot, 2 steals. That is a pretty good line, and as much as he played points tonight, he only had 1 turnover in the game as well. So just a great night for Rico Spikes, our star of the game. Should mention also in a supporting role, Stevan Radakovic off the bench. I thought he had a critical couple of plays in this ball game. When the lead got down to 10 there, he made a key hoop, also had a steal, had a block shot, and then a big-time rebound, all in a little 2-minute stretch. And really helped the Thunderwolves put this game away late. We're going to take another timeout. We'll come back after this timeout. We'll talk to Ralph Turner. That all comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to Massari Arena. Thunderwolves win the ball game 87-69 is the final score. Rico spikes, 18 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 1 block shot. That's not a bad line. Ralph Turner joining us, the head coach of the Thunderwolves. And this game was back and forth the whole way, Ralph. And I was telling the audience, I expect this game to come down right down to the end of a last possession type game. But you had a great stretch there in the second half when you went off there on I think it was a 9-0 run, gave up a bucket, and then followed that up with an 11-0 run. That's where it turned the ball game around.
Yeah, I think our guys shot the ball pretty good from 3. Rico did a good job rebounding and scoring. I told you before the game, in basketball, usually the great offensive teams play the great defensive team. Offense wins. I was really worried in the first half. I thought the game initiated very physically. I thought it was very physical. And we got the worst end of that, obviously, from the free throw situation. But at halftime, we talked about stop looking at the refs and just start playing. And play fearless. And I thought our guys did that.
Well, and then also talk about moments of the ball game. You had the lead up there to 19. They went on a 9-0 run. Then I thought Stevan Radakovic just had a great little stretch there, about a 2-minute stretch where he had a block shot, a rebound, made a bucket, just kind of righted the ship for you. He was pretty big for you now off the bench. You need that kind of production from him. He's been pretty good this year.
He's been a really important part of what we're doing. But I wasn't that pleased with his play, and that was okay. He had a nice layup there, but he missed a free throw. He missed the layup in the first half. But he's been better, and he's been important to help us. But really, that's the whole strength of this team. Mark doesn't even start. He's our leading scorer, leading rebounder. Donovan came off the bench at Highlands and scored 10 points in 14 minutes. Really played good tonight. He didn't get much chance. It was my fault. I should have gave him more minutes in the second half than I did. But Gavin and Josh were both just shooting the ball so well. And when we make threes, we're pretty dangerous. And so I thought Nelson had some really nice, he had a bad stretch, and then all of a sudden he had some really nice plays around the basket going to reverse side.
Right, using the rim as his friend.
But I thought our preparation was really good in practice. I thought Jed did a great job preparing us with the scout team. I thought we had a lot of their offensive stuff down, and it really reverted to their offense became a guy sticking his head down and driving to the basket and trying to do something, and it wasn't what they wanted to do. The second half when they made the run, they were running a triangle and getting everything, and we just had to stop for a second and say, switch everything.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it just changed the whole offensive complexity of the game.
Well, we talked about going in. It was going to be a battle of wills tonight. They hold teams down around 30% shooting. You're shooting over 50% for the year. But as the game went on, I don't know if you ended up over 50 for the game. Probably just a little bit under, probably, right? Yeah, it's 48%, but that's still pretty darn good against the type of defense they play. And you talk about the stretch. Smith was huge early, so was Liggett, getting you there that little stretch where you were able to build out the lead. That's kind of what you look for, kind of those dagger threes to get you some separation.
Well, Gavin's a great shooter. You just got to guard him all the time, and if you cheat to help off him, he can make it. Josh has shot the ball so well lately, even in practice and shoot around. It's but more than anything, Jim, I can't emphasize what a joy these guys are to coach. They are. I can yell at them and they don't pout up. I cannot sub them, they don't pout up. There's no guy that's all about himself. It's everybody about team. And when you can have guys with got ability and are willing to accept coaching, then you got a chance to be special.
Well, you got to feel good about your ball club right now. This is probably kind of a bridge game, I almost want to call it, kind of a dangerous game against an opponent that gave you problems last year, but you only play one game on the weekend. You get this win when you're back at home. Now you got a chance to really build on it and maybe have a special end of the year here.
Well, listen, I'm just looking at our next game. I'm not worried about the end of the year yet. The end of this part of the calendar. I understand. Let's prepare for Mesa, who's coming in injured, beat down. They lost their Division I post guy the first day of school, broke his foot. They lost their backup center, who's not played this weekend, but might next weekend against us. He's in concussion protocol. Got hit in the nose and had a headache, and the concussion protocol says that your head can't hurt, and you have to be 7 days after that before you can play.
So you're cleared.
So I'm kind of hoping his head's still hurting on Monday. Not too bad.
Yeah, well, we can wish, right?
But anyway, we've got both these teams will come in with a bloodlust for us. Mesa will be hungry to get any kind of win. They'll have they'll be playing with, what do they have to lose? They're having
struggling.
that kind of year. And then Western State's so well coached and very, very physical. And you've got to be strong. And the games they call fouls against them, they're in a lot of trouble. And the games they don't, they can hang around and still be close.
All right, let's go ahead and get Rico in here. Thanks, Ralph. As always, Ralph Turner, the head coach of the Thunderwolves. And now we'll go ahead and bring in Rico Spikes, our star of the game. As once again, as Rico making his way in here. Let's just repeat Rico Spikes' line tonight. Ends up with 18 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 1 block shot. But I think what he might be proud of, I know the coaches look at it, only 1 turnover in the game. So that's a pretty special night for you tonight, Rico. Thanks and visiting with us in a great ball game.
Mainly, my main thing was going into the season was make sure I keep my turnovers down. The year I played in 14-15, I probably had about 4 turnovers, I think. I'm not sure, but that's one of my main goals, and also winning. I don't really care about the numbers and all that, but as long as we win, I'm happy with that.
Well, you got to be especially excited now after having to sit out last year. I know that was tough, having to sit out the whole year and just watch and think, well, am I going to be back? You can say you're going to be back, but then to actually get here and get back and get on the saddle again to play basketball, you got to be feel elated right now.
Yeah, I think I was too excited in the beginning of the season. I think I was kind of rushing a few shots and just ready to get back on the court, but now I'm kind of calming down, finding the role that I used to play and how I used to play. So I think I'm getting back healthy. I still need to get more conditioning, I'm thinking.
Well, you're a particular tough guard. I tell the listeners that when they post you up on the block, nobody can guard you. The usual matchup, a point guard, when you take them down on the block, I mean, it's no contest down there, and I know you love to get down there.
Yeah. I just I like to be patient. I like to be patient down there. A lot of guards dig in, so you got to kind of take your time instead of rushing it. But once I take my time, I feel like no one guard me down there.
You're kind of the same type of player. We talk about the women's team with Katie Cunningham coming in, getting all those rebounds. That's kind of the thing. You kind of take pride in that rebound in the basketball. Tonight was especially.
Yeah, that's one of my main goals coming into the season. Especially Coach, he always tell me go rebound every shot. And I always think every shot is a miss, so I always run in the rebound, and no matter what. If it goes in, if it misses, I'm there. I'm somewhere around it.
Well, and finishing this season's been kind of heartbreaking at the start. A lot of tough losses. I mean, they're the gut-wrenching losses you guys have had, but now to get over that, get some of these big wins, got to feel good about yourselves right now.
Yeah, I think beginning of the season, those losses, I know we were still supposed to win, but I think those are helping us end the games better, especially against for Arkansas Smith.
Yeah, that was
that one was a real tough one, and also Rogers State. That was a tough one. So I think those is actually helping us in our conference. So if we see them again, I'll be very excited.
All right, buddy. Well, we're glad to have you back. There he is, the star of the game, Rico Spikes. We'll come back with more right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo. Welcome back to the Thunderwolves post-game show. Thunderwolves win at 87-69. Let's give you a quick recap of the ball game. Thunderwolves led early, but this game went back and forth. In the first half, we had 11 lead changes. The game was tied on 4 different occasions. Thunderwolves eventually led at 40-38 at the break, but the game stayed pretty tight to the point where the Thunderwolves had a 45-43 lead. Then they went on a 9-0 run, led at 54-43. Three-pointer for Westminster got it to 54-46. Then the Thunderwolves ripped off an 11-0 run to go up 65-46. Griffins cut it to 10 at 65-55, and then the Thunderwolves righted the ship. A couple of big plays by Radakovich, Spikes great, and a couple of three-pointers by Smith and Liggett, and the Thunderwolves end up winning, going away 87-68. Let's give you the numbers here in tonight's game. We mentioned Spikes, our player of the game, 18 points. Smith ends up with 17, Liggett with 15, Collar and Newman with 11 each, Radakovich with 8, Williams with 5, Kelly with 2. Thunderwolves 30 of 62 from the field, that's 48%. They were 12 of 25 shooting threes, that's 48%. 15 of 19 from the free throw line, 79%. Leading scorer tonight for Westminster, they had Goodman and Payton with 17 each, Evans with 14. They shoot 43% from the field, 43% from 3, 11 of 15 from the free throw line. That was 73%. Thunderwolves out-rebound them 38-32. Leading rebounder Rico Spikes with 14. Thunderwolves with 14 assists. Leading assist was Rico Spikes with 5 leading the way there. Thunderwolves turned it over 10 times. Westminster turned it over 13 times. Thunderwolves with 4 steals on the night. Spikes leading the way there with 2 apiece. As we mentioned, the game was tied on 4 different occasions. We had 11 lead changes. Thunderwolves' biggest lead of the night was at 19 when they led it at 65-46. Final score 87-69. We'll come back. We'll wrap things up right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo. Welcome back to Massari Arena. Thunderwolves win at 87-69. Give you a quick wrap-up of scores around the conference here tonight. Of course, the women won earlier, 68-54. Christian over Black Hills tonight. We'll give you the winners. Mesa over Adams State. Fort Lewis over Western State. Regis defeated UCCS. Metro defeated Chadron State. Mesa over Adams State, and Mines in overtime defeated South Dakota Mines. On the men's side of the house, Scholar Christian, they defeat Black Hills tonight. Fort Lewis in a wild one beats Western State 107-103, the final there. Metro State over Chadron State 71-62. West Texas A&M in a non-conference game defeated Highlands 82-55. South Dakota Mines defeats Mines 74-63. Bit of a surprise there. Regis over UCCS 82-74. And we didn't get a final yet from Adams State and Colorado Mesa for some reason, but Adams led it at halftime by 12, 49-37. That's going to do it for our scoreboard show. Nuggets won tonight. Avalanche got cream. There's your scores from local. The Buffs are in action tonight against BYU. You can check that one out later. Our next broadcast of Thunderwolves basketball will be next Friday night. We'll be right back here at Massari Arena. It'll be Mesa in town. 5:15 with the pregame show. The women tip at 5:30. The men at 7:30. Then Saturday night, it'll be Western State. 5:15 again for the pregame show. 5:30 for the women. 7:30 for the men. The sports information director here at CSU Pueblo, Dax Larson, is assistant Sean Pooley. We also thank our head coaches, Jim Turgeon, as well as Ralph Turner. Caitlin Norton's been our producer and engineer tonight at Thunderwolves basketball. We thank her for all of her hard work. Nick Donovan, the operations manager for iHeartMedia at Fox Sports Pueblo. My name is Jim Brooks, reminding you the final score here tonight. Thunderwolves win at 87-69. That is your final. Until we talk to you next Friday night, Jim Brooks bidding you good night from Massari Arena.
This has been CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. Catch all of the action all season long right here. Pueblo's home for CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves athletics is Fox Sports Pueblo 1350.